Speaking of driving hard, looks like Stephen Wallace is off in the gravel.
A little too hard.
Whoa, whoa.
Maybe going around a little bit more. Problems for Stephen Wallace.
A guy not having a good day right there, Stephen Wallace.
Oh, no, it didn't. He got help. We just didn't see it.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Yeah. 3 wide there at one stretch. That was Antonio Perez. Oh, and Stephen Wallace goes around. Look out.
That was
Jason
an
Keller.
move by the 86 car.
Stephen has gotten wrecked twice with the 86 car. No love between those guys, that's for sure right now.
Here's some of the action that has transpired, and there you can see what happened to Stephen Wallace. He got a little assist from the 34. And then, ouch, that's where Brad Coleman got some more damage.
Is there not like a spin rule, Al, like there is every week? You spin out like 5, 8 cautions to go home?
Andrew Ranger on the high side. He's got some issues. He's trying to hang on. A little further back. We don't even make it through one. The 66 involved again. Well, he had the contact with the 05 of Victor Gonzalez.
Now here you see.
That's where Stephen comes across.
This is very bizarre. Watch this. He tries to overtake the 16 of Kyle Braun that gets a rear bumper bar jammed in his brake rotor and his left front tire, locks it up.
That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Looks like he's got a spear stuck in that thing. And now look at this. Left front tire completely locked up because of the bar.
Has to drag the thing all the way back to pit road.
Unbelievable.
And like every crew chief, oh no! Jacques Villeneuve with damage under the caution. I mean, this nose got punched in like it was at the Friday night fights that were here in town last night.
He just slid up underneath somebody. That's what happened. He didn't see somebody, and I thought that was a problem when he come on pit road. He couldn't see. So now he just run over somebody.
Wow. Well, we'll follow up on that story because that is definitely changing the complexion. Paulie McCauley, one of our crew, and we want to salute them all because it has been a very long and wet day for everybody down there. Thanks, guys. You've done great work. Well, as we look at Jacques Villeneuve with a very stuffed front end, we're trying to check on what happened to him. And Mike, he can't see.
Yeah, and that seems to be the problem, and apparently they can't communicate either. Mike Hillman Jr. still unable to get in contact with his driver, but do you have any idea what might have just occurred?
You know, he's trying to talk to me right now, so we'll be quick, but he said earlier that when he got within 10 feet of him, he couldn't see him, so, you know, he's done a heck of a job, and I'm really proud of everybody working on this Braun Toyota Camry. We had a shop for this thing. We'll look and see what we got and try to finish out. You know, we hope to bring Jacques a win in his hometown.
Obviously a heartbreaking, very disappointing situation here for the 32 team.
Well, we don't have video of it, but the word we got from outside on the track was that one of the cars checked up, he couldn't see, and that might be the car that ended up getting the other end of this deal.
That's a pretty good indication, I'd say, right there, because, I mean, boy, Jacques really hit him hard, and it almost looks like there's oil coming out of the bottom of that 32 car. You see underneath it right there, a whole different color, and might be losing oil right there also.
Do you think that'll slick up the racetrack a little bit?
I think it's as slick as it can get right now.
Oh, no, the 20 car, Joey Logano, is into the wall. Wow. So now a great run for Logano. He was running in 4th, and that car is just a mess. And we're under caution. And I'm sure that NASCAR is going to start taking a look at this. Yeah, it is getting dark. It is very wet. And we're now having guys that have a lot of issues under caution. We'll check with NASCAR and all the other issues that are going on. And there goes Patrick on by, and stay with us. We'll try and sort this out. This is unreal. We've had more accidents under caution than we've had under green.
As we go back into turn 1, the car inside of him is Victor Gonzalez Jr.
Looks like Gonzalez is going to get the lead.
Same corner, just a different cast of characters. And watch back on the brake. Villeneuve got clear of Ambrose so far. Ambrose is going 3 wide, top of the screen. In the dirt. Oh, look out! What a save.
It's an aggressive move that early. I mean, this guy wants to win this thing bad. Ambrose does.
Man, I thought it was all over right there for him.
Here comes our leader.
Race leader Marcus Ambrose now pulls into pit lane for what will be his final stop. Remember, it is a dredgingly slow 30 miles an hour down pit lane, and Marcus has to go all the way to the Ward's pit out. Vince, you're there.
Well, of course, this is the final pit stop for Marcus Ambrose, filling it full of Sunoco fuel and changing the 4 Goodyear tires. Gary Cogswell on the crew chief talking on the radio, encouraging his crew guys to hit those lug nuts hard. And he was also pleading with Marcus Ambrose to make sure he didn't slide through the box when he came in. He hit his marks perfectly, getting last drop of the Sunoco, and away he goes in the 59.
Oh, no, you aren't going to believe what I'm going to tell you, folks. Marcus Ambrose is getting a speeding ticket. He was too fast coming into pit lane. He's going to have to come back in. And 99, we're being told. David Ruderman.
You got to do a pass-through.
Unbelievable.
Take a look at the Dodge pace car. The lights are off. If you follow our series, you know what that means. The crowd understands as they are coming to their feet. They know that history is about to be made in the NASCAR Nationwide Series as they are heading down towards turn 13 and 14, and then onto the front straightaway and the
buddy, I'm telling you what, I'm in this booth and I'm putting my crash helmet on right now. I'm pulling my belts down because this is going to get wicked out there. There's no doubt about that.
All right, folks, this is a moment that will live for a long time. You only get to write history one page at a time. As they say in Canada, it is time to all skate. We're going green.
4 back.
Ambrose is looking inside. And he's got the position.
You know he wants those 5 points for leading the lap.
You can see how easy they're going around the racetrack right now. These drivers need to find out how much these tires will take in these wet conditions.
Everybody tiptoeing. Ambrose in front of Scott Pruitt.
This next time by, we'll be able to see how much slower these cars really are. You see them kicking their rear end out just a little bit. The drivers know they can get wheel spin anytime they want it.
Heading down towards turns 6 and 7. This was treacherous in the dry. What's it going to be like in the wet?
It's a really tight corner. A lot of guys ended up in the grass right off to your left right there in practice. In fact, they're all getting through there right now. But look how slow they're going at the moment, guys. Just really tiptoeing through there.
Ron Fellows got around the 32 of Jacques Villeneuve. Take a look. Here comes the 33 of Ron Hornaday. Hornaday ahead of Leffler and Joey Logano, and Leffler has come right back. Battle back up front. There you see Carpentier.
Experienced guys. Ron Fellows right behind him. But they're all chasing the Tasmanian Devil.
And he is opening up some distance. Remember, he won 2 championships down in Australia in the V8 Supercar Series. There comes Jacques Villeneuve as he is trying to get around Fellows, and does. So he retakes the position, and listen to the Quebecers. They love it.
Well, you see the rear cars just lighting the tires up right. You see Max Pappas looking on the inside as Scott Pruitt right now. And the view, I'm sure that these drivers are seeing is just nothing but fog and rain. Look how hard it is to see out there right now, guys.
When you get a look at the windshield wiper on the 59, it's lifting off of the windscreen under braking. When he was into the braking, take a look there as the 64 is trying to make a move. Max Pappas on the 40 of Scott Pruitt. Can't get it done.
Oh, we see a couple of them miss the course actually right there. They're going to have to come to a stop or come down pit road. NASCAR will mandate that.
The first 7 cars, they all had to come to a dead stop.
If he's going to dive on him, it could be here.
And he tried. He's made a move here.
Going to go high-low on him.
Right off the corner.
Can he get the grip?
It's the grip. He's trying to fight that grip off the corner.
All right.
He gets in the bumper. He's pushing Ambrose.
Now he's got one more chance going into 13. Marcus taking the defensive line down the middle, saying if you're going to go, you're going to tell me where you're going first. Here he comes into 13.
Well, Carl Edwards is doing everything he can right here. And
Marcus!
Big time curve. Here comes Edwards.
No! Can you believe this? Carl Edwards gets around him. Marcus makes one mistake all day.
and loses the race all by himself. A lot of drivers trying to outbrake each other into here. Let's just get through this corner. He does a great job, Marcos does.
Alex Tagliani there in second, with McDowell close by in third. Stephen Wallace still in a career best position of fourth. And Brian Scott with a sneaky little run. He never really cracked the top five until the end.
What about Alex Tagliani? Take a look at Michael McDowell trying to make a pass. Sees better, gets back in line, guys.
Marcos Ambrose went through a lot to get here. He's thinking right now it was all worth it.
Takes the corner nice and smooth this time. Comes down the long front straightaway.
Brian Scott
gets turned.
Awesome job, Marcos Ambrose. Awesome job, son. Nice job, guys.
And Marcos Ambrose gets the win.
Exciting run. And we make it without rain, guys.
This is a very entertaining race.
Great race, great race.
Brian Scott ends up coming in 12th position after the last corner spin.
And look how wounded that car is.
Awesome job, guys.
Second race in a row for Richard Petty Motorsports. He wins Watkins Glen last week. And he wins again here at Montreal, Canada.
The very appreciative fans. They wanted one of their Canadian drivers to win, but they will salute the champion.
Richard Petty and Andrew Murstein, the two got to be excited about their driver, Marcos Ambrose, what he's done. Really proud for him. Boris has got a good turn 10, Andy.
Yeah, he did a good job getting down in there. I was wondering if he was going to be able to get in there without wheel hopping. That's the key right there. I believe he can hold him off through these next two corners.
Remember, it was the last corner of the last lap last year. One little mistake that cost Marcus Ambrose the win and allowed Carl Edwards to go by. Here's Pappas inside of Boris.
He got him.
Boris going to try the crossover.
Clear.
Pappas over the curves. Here comes Boris Said. Drag racing to the finish line, side by side. Who's going to get here first? It is, I think, Boris Said. I think he got him by a bumper.
Unreal. Boris Said wins by a bumper. You're exactly right.
Photo finish there.
Wow. I know NASCAR will go check the photo finish camera on that one.
Boys, real
it was
proud
that
of you.
close.
You guys did a great job.
It sure looked to me like Boris Said got there by the width of that front bumper on that car. What a finish. Check it out.
Man, what a move Max Pappas put on Boris Said getting into these two corners.
But then he hopped the curb coming out of that corner, and Boris got to his inside, and it was a drag race from there.
Same thing we saw last year with Marcus Ambrose and Carl Edwards.
And from the
look at
photo
that.
finish camera, it is indeed Boris Said, a winner in the Nationwide Series, finally.
How do you say it, Alan? Boris Said just broke Max Pappas's heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Breathing room, boy, I tell you, he's been fast, and he could yard these guys by a couple car lengths. His big thing is he has to get through the gears good. Hopefully he got the thing cleaned out. He doesn't spin the tires. So if he gets a good start, he wants to get away by a couple car lengths right here.
All right, 50 yards, Marcus. Green, 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 green.
Harvick inside of Pruitt for fourth place. Pruitt shuts the door on him. Harvick hits him back, and he gets Fellows. Big pile up down in turn 2.
Took out his teammate. Took out his own car he owns.
They're still running into each other trying to get through it. Brad Coleman involved, Ron Hornaday involved, and up front, Robbie Gordon by Ambrose, who goes back on him. Caution flags waving.
Well, we'll wonder what the loops are with this thing. Boy, we didn't see the pass, but it looks like the back of Ambrose's car, the right rear corner, is all tore up. So obviously, he might have repaid the favor.
And Robbie Gordon still sitting sideways on the track, trying to get turned back around the other way.
Marcus did what he wanted to do. On the beginning of that, he did yard him a couple car lengths. So 1 and 2 was good, but obviously, when he got to 3 and 4, he might have got a little help.
So things going all kinds of crazy here on a restart with 4 laps to go. First, they pile up behind the leaders down in turns 1 and 2. All kinds of damage on some of these cars coming back around. And then the race for the lead goes crazy as well with Robbie Gordon and Marcus Ambrose, and Gordon ends up sitting sideways and backwards on the racetrack, and the full course caution is out.
You know, some of these guys didn't put a scratch on their race car until 4 laps to go, and now they're all tore up. Doesn't look like the 55 is moving behind the 33.
No. So we'll probably see the black flag for Robbie Gordon here. The question is, what will we see between Robbie Gordon and Marcus Ambrose as we come to this restart? It got wild last time down in these first couple of corners. What's it going to be this time? See that coming, could you?
He might just have to drive off the island because NASCAR might be just a little mad at him.
All right, so the lead is changing hands here now. Kevin Harvick has just gone out in front. A confusing situation to this race. Robbie Gordon may now be first in line on the racetrack, but the lead belongs to Kevin Harvick. Now, here comes the driver from Quebec, Patrick Carpentier, trying to see if he can catch Harvick and pass him for what would be the win.
These fans are going nuts here.
Kevin Harvick started at the back of this field. Is he going to be able to hang on and get the win? Carpentier trying to find a way around, but Kevin Harvick is going to go from worst to first, and Kevin Harvick's name will go on the winner's trophy in the inaugural NASCAR Busch Series race at Montreal.